let's talk about AI. For a nonprofit leader with limited time, what's the realistic, practical way to view it?
I think there's a couple of AI wins that people with nonprofits can definitely do now. When you need to write an email to your donor list, it's a great way to start things off. And then you can kind of go from there. Sometimes I start off and then I completely disregard whatever was initially brought back to me through AI. But it helps me get my brain started. And that's really nothing more different than like maybe watching a video and getting inspiration that way. Really, it's a great way to turn a blank page into some words and get you moving. AI can help for brainstorming. You can have creative ideas for like social media, for example. Not everybody's great with social media, and AI is not perfect at that, but at least it'll help you get you started. It can spark ideas you haven't considered.
I think variation's probably the best way of using it as well, isn't it? In terms of seeing things.
Your results may vary, and the more you put into it, typically the better responses you give. But I mean, in the past, it was me either talking to my kids, which give me a blank stare every time I talk to them, talking to a potted plant, which doesn't give you much to work with, and talking like to a stuffed animal just for asking things. And this thing looks like it wants to secretly murder me in my sleep, so that doesn't work either. But it can't. So it's great for those. At least it can talk back to you, and then if it doesn't give great stuff, at least you're starting with something and moving on. Or at least it can summarize things for you too. It's summarization sometimes it's a hit or miss. I don't like to trust everything. Like when it comes to dollars and cents, I like to do my research. But if you're trying to summarize something a little bit, it's also great, could save you a little bit of time too.
It's important if you haven't got much time to spend on everything, then to focus on, at least you've got a tool there that can help you speed up a bit.
But everybody's so busy, they got to pack so much in. But I tell you what, though, as much as we talk about AI and everything, I'm kind of like AI is way overhyped today. It just is. But take a reasonable view. Don't go too crazy on it. Like I wouldn't set it and then forget it when it comes to core communications, because you don't want AI writing thank you emails for you blindly. At least review them. AI can't be a human being. It can't communicate being grateful. Only you can do that, right? So it's a tool for a good draft. It's not really a final word. And never paste a spreadsheet of like donor names and addresses, anything into a public AI tool. You should be protecting your community's privacy unless you are, they've specifically, checked off at terms and conditions that say otherwise. Just be very careful when you're dealing with private data. That's what I would avoid. AI should be able to handle tasks for you, but you should be able to handle relationships, and you can control how private those relationships can be.